The year 2026 will be a time when people expect proof. They will demand clear and understandable numbers. They will want to see precisely how new technologies help real people in their daily lives. This demand for tangible evidence applies to every field: artificial intelligence, medicine, space exploration, advanced energy systems, robotics. The focus will be less on what could be possible one day and more on what is demonstrably useful right now. We are moving from the spectacular show to the quiet, steady work of implementation. This transition from promise to proof is not a sign of slowing innovation. Instead, it is a sign of progress. Revolutionary ideas have moved beyond the laboratory and are ready for the real world. The challenges are now practical. Scientists and engineers must integrate new tools into existing systems. They must ensure these tools are reliable, fair. Artificial intelligence is profoundly changing how we conduct science and live our lives. In 2026, the field shifts from hype to careful, systematic study. The conversation moves from abstract capabilities to concrete performance. People will start asking simple, practical questions. Does this AI tool help a doctor make a better clinical decision? Does it reduce time and cost to discover a new drug? Does it lower operational expenses without compromising quality? These pragmatic questions will guide the next wave across sectors. Rigor means AI models face scrutiny like any scientific instrument. Large language models and generative tools will continue to help researchers. They accelerate forming ideas. They help create research plans. They assist in writing initial drafts. They suggest new experimental designs. They can help design novel drug compounds. They can find subtle patterns in vast genomic datasets. But these tools aren't magical or infallible. They're powerful assistants that must be managed carefully. Teams will test them as they would lab equipment, checking for accuracy, checking for fairness, checking for potential biases. Previously, custom metrics made model comparisons difficult. By 2026, industry-wide standards will test AI on real-world tasks. In healthcare, benchmarks will be developed. They'll assess tools versus human experts. They'll assess tools versus existing methods. Tools that fail will be filtered out. Only reliable systems will reach hospitals and clinics. Governance becomes central in the AI landscape. As tools grow more powerful, rules and oversight must grow too. Hospitals will set strict protocols for validating and deploying AI. Regulatory bodies will do the same. New tools will be tested in real clinical workflows to check if they truly improve care or merely add complexity. Agentic and generative AI systems will increasingly function as collaborative partners in laboratories and research settings. Instead of just responding to prompts, these more advanced systems will propose entire experiments, suggest novel methods for data analysis, and even generate new scientific hypotheses. Scientists, of course, will remain in control, guiding the overall research direction and making the final decisions. However, AI will significantly accelerate many of the most time-consuming tasks. It will be able to sift through mountains of scientific literature, identify hidden connections between different studies, and highlight promising avenues for investigation. This partnership will shorten the cycle from initial idea to experimental validation. Edge AI will also see significant growth in 2026. This refers to the practice of running AI algorithms directly on a device, rather than sending data to a distant cloud server. First, it allows devices to act much faster and more responsively, which is critical for applications like autonomous vehicles or real-time health monitoring. Second, it enhances privacy and security by keeping sensitive personal data on the local device. Biotechnology and health sciences will continue their trajectory of steady, meaningful progress in 2026. One of the most significant areas of advancement will be the use of artificial intelligence to accelerate biomarker discovery. Biomarkers are measurable indicators in the body, like proteins, genetic sequences. They can signal the presence of a disease or predict how a patient will respond to a particular treatment. By analyzing vast datasets of patient information, AI can identify subtle patterns that human researchers might miss. Discovering better, more reliable biomarkers will be a cornerstone of precision medicine, allowing doctors to diagnose diseases earlier and tailor treatments more effectively to each individual. Gene editing in agriculture is another area that is moving from the lab to the field. Using tools like CRISPR, scientists are developing crops with enhanced resilience to environmental stressors. Researchers are creating new varieties that can survive prolonged periods of drought or grow in soil with high salt content. In 2026, we will see more of these gene-edited crops undergoing field trials and moving toward regulatory approval. This work is critical for ensuring global food security in the face of a changing climate. The search for new and better pain therapies will reach a critical stage in 2026. For years, researchers have been working on non-opioid alternatives to manage chronic pain, to manage acute pain. A promising area of focus is the development of drugs that target specific ion channels in the nervous system, such as Nav1.8. These channels play a key role in transmitting pain signals to the brain. By selectively blocking them, it may be possible to provide powerful pain relief without the addictive properties and dangerous side effects of opioids. Several of these novel compounds are in late-stage clinical trials, and 2026 could be the year we see the first approved for medical use. The potential impact of a successful non-opioid painkiller cannot be overstated. In parallel, human cell models are becoming increasingly sophisticated and vital for research. Scientists can now grow three-dimensional clusters of human cells, known as organoids, that mimic the structure and function of real human tissues and organs. These mini-organs in a dish provide a far more accurate platform for testing safety and efficacy than traditional animal models. For example, a heart organoid can reveal cardiac toxicity from a drug candidate. A brain organoid can be used to study mechanisms of neurological disease. In 2026, their use will become more widespread, helping researchers better predict which drugs will succeed in human trials. Organoids can now be made from a specific patient's cells, opening the door to testing drugs on a patient's virtual twin. The year 2026 is poised to be a landmark year for space and astronomy, with several major missions set to explore our solar system and beyond. NASA's Artemis II mission will be a headline event. This historic flight will send a crew of astronauts around the moon, marking humanity's closest return to the lunar surface in over 50 years. The primary goal is to test the Orion spacecraft's life support systems and deep space navigation capabilities with a human crew on board. It is a critical step to establish a sustainable human presence on the moon and eventually to send astronauts to Mars. The European Space Agency's Plato will survey a large portion of the sky, searching for Earth-like planets in the habitable zone. Japan's Martian Moon's exploration mission will land on Phobos, collect a sample, and return it to Earth. Scientists believe Phobos may be a captured asteroid or a piece of Mars ejected by a giant impact. China's Chang'e 7 mission will target the Moon's south pole with orbiter, lander, rover, and a flying probe to explore shadowed craters for water ice. Together, these international efforts represent a new golden age of space exploration, driven by both scientific curiosity and long-term strategic goals. The global push for clean energy will drive significant progress in energy science in 2026, in materials science in 2026. Fusion research, the long-term quest to harness the power of the stars, projects like the Spark tokamak, are designed to test the fundamental physics of creating and sustaining a fusion reaction that produces more energy than it consumes. While commercial fusion power is still decades away, 2026 could see these advanced testbeds achieve major scientific milestones, providing crucial data that will inform the design of future fusion power plants. Each successful test brings us one step closer to understanding how to control the superheated plasma required for fusion. In the more immediate future, battery technology will see practical improvements. The development of solid-state batteries is a key area of focus. Solid-state promises safer, more energy-dense cells. Expect prototypes in EVs and electronics, longer range and faster charging. Advanced batteries can store excess energy and release it when needed, stabilizing the grid. Alongside, sensor-embedded and self-healing materials improve infrastructure reliability. Robotics and other forms of physical technology will continue their steady march into our daily lives, In 2026, we will likely see more small-scale, controlled pilots of robotaxis and autonomous delivery services in select cities. Companies will use these deployments to gather data in complex, unpredictable environments. The primary goal is to refine the technology, understand its limitations, and establish safety standards. Brain-computer interfaces in clinical trials help people with severe paralysis to communicate or control robotic limbs using their thoughts. By 2026, first-generation devices may receive approval for specific medical applications, specialized and tightly regulated. In factories and warehouses, robots expand into repetitive, demanding, and dangerous tasks, alongside humans. Humanoids explore logistics and disaster response. Acceptance hinges on safety and intuitive experiences. In 2026, the focus will be as much on HRI and user experience as on algorithms and hardware, right? That balance will be essential. The year 2026 will prominently feature three overarching themes. The first and most important is the decisive shift from hype to evaluation. Rigorous testing, transparent reporting, and standardized benchmarks enable fair comparisons and informed decisions. A second theme is interdisciplinary convergence. AI with biology, physics with materials, robotics with materials, and astrophysics. The third is democratization of tools, portable biotech kits, open-source AI, and affordable edge computing. As access grows, standardized evaluation, education, and safety become even more critical. Together, these trends forge a more collaborative, rigorous, and inclusive scientific method built for real-world problems. It is a method built for solving real-world problems at a global scale. As we look toward the scientific advancements of 2026, it is essential to maintain a realistic perspective. Progress is not a straight line, and there will be real risks and limitations. Not every promising new idea will succeed. Some AI tools will fail under rigorous real-world testing in clinical settings, in industrial settings. Many drug candidates will not pass stringent human clinical trials. We must be prepared for these setbacks and recognize they are a natural part of science. Failure is often how we learn the most. Fusion faces enormous hurdles before practicality. 2026 milestones are steps, not instant fixes. Space missions are complex and can face delays or failures, including weather scrubs and deep space anomalies. Acknowledging realities helps us appreciate true magnitude. Good science is slow, steady, meticulous, and built on proof, repetition, and openness. So, what will all this scientific progress mean for the average person in 2026? Well, the changes may not always be dramatic, but they will be practical and meaningful. In healthcare, you might see more accurate diagnostic tests, more personalized treatment plans better suited to your specific condition. You may have access to new types of non-addictive pain relief. In some cities, you might ride in a pilot autonomous taxi. The devices you use every day will perform more tasks on-device, improving speed and privacy. Researchers will use AI as a powerful collaborator to test more ideas faster than ever. Smaller teams may gain access to sophisticated tools once limited to big centers. The emphasis will be on quality and reproducibility, not just speed. The next steps involve comprehensive testing, transparent reporting, and careful regulations to ensure safety and build public trust. Expect AI to move from hype to real-world tests, biotech to push precision medicine, space missions to return new data, energy and robotics to advance steadily and safely. If you found this information valuable, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Let us know in the comments what scientific topics you would like us to explore next.